Good afternoon and welcome to France versus Denmark at Stadium 974. So this is a crucial game for France. They can qualify if they win today. Of course, they started this whole hoodoo with the teams at the moment. The winners not actually progressing past the first round. This whole thing started in 2002 with France, and they have an opportunity to end it today. So, just taking a look at Group D, a win for France will be enough. Australia beat Tunisia today. So, if they were to go and beat Denmark in the next game, that may well be enough for them as well. Pressure is on Denmark today. They need a win to have any realistic chance of staying within the tournament. Well, let's start with the starting lineups, and we'll start with France. They've made three changes, one enforced, of course, because of Lucas Hernandez's injury. So Varane and Lucas's brother, Tilo Hernandez comes in, Theo Hernandez rather comes in, and Kunde comes in. Out is Pavard, Lucas Hernandez, and Konate. So this is a French lineup, starting with the goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, the captain, Raphael Varane, Julius Kunde, uh, Dio Upamecano, Theo Hernandez, uh, Aurelien Tchouameni, Adrien Rabiot, Antoine Griezmann, Oliver Giroud, Kylian Mbappe, and Ousmane Dembele. Of course, Giroud, a goal today will make him France's all-time scorer. For Denmark, they have also made three changes. The captain Shah is out. Skov Olsen and Dolberg are out. Nelson, Jesper Lidström, and Andreas Cornelius are in. So the goalkeeper is Kasper Schmeichel. He wears the armband today. Joachim Andersen, Victor Nelson, Joachim Marley, Andreas Christiansen, and Rasmus Christiansen, who is one of two players on a yellow card. The other is on the bench, Matthias Jensen. Christian Eriksen, Mikael Damsgaard, Pierre-Emil Højbjerg, Jesper Lidström, and Andreas Cornelius make up the Denmark lineup. The referees and officials today, the referee is Simon Marciniak from Poland, and his two assistants are also from Poland, Paweł Sokolnicki and Thomas Liskiewicz. I'm sorry. I think it's correct. Liskiewicz. I'm sorry if it's not. The fourth official is from China, Ling Ma, and our VAR army. We'll just bring that up here. Is Thomas Kwiatkowski from Poland. Assistant VAR is Juan Martinez. Offside VAR is Talib Almari. And Alejandro Hernandez, and Mohamed Ahmadi is the making up the five-man VAR team. And let me tell you, in this World Cup, the additional teams in the VAR have not made the decisions any more accurately. So that's the lineups. That's our officials. We're about to get underway in a moment. Before we do, I'm just going to give you the two World Cup results so far from today. Tunisia lost to Australia 1-0, and the goal scorer was Mitchell Duke on 23 minutes there. Poland got their World Cup underway with a victory after their draw in the last game with a 2-0 win over Saudi Arabia as they come crashing down to earth. Saudi Arabia missed a penalty from Al Dawasari on just about in injury time, actually. Zielinski and Lewandowski finally got his first goal in a World Cup today. So Poland are in a pretty sound position now. They can qualify with a point, I think, in their next game. And we got the players and officials now in the centre circle. We are just about ready to go. Just wait and see now. Just wait for the referees that countdown, that ridiculous 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 countdown. Poland are in the white shirts and red shorts and white socks. Get us underway. Attacking the goal to our left. Not Poland, sorry. Denmark, I apologise. France are in blue shirts, white shorts and red socks. Attacking the goal to our right. It's a throw into Denmark. And that's taken quickly. And the ball is over on the far side to Marley. Marley has a bit of space in front of him, picked up by Eriksson, and it goes all the way back to Nelson, making his first appearance in the World Cup today. Here's Nelson. And just midway inside his own half, he gives the ball to Christiansen. Christiansen now in the centre-back role. He's just patiently building up. Le Bleu can qualify with the win and end this hoodoo that has been going on for World Cup champions for 20 years. Schmeichel plays the ball out. It's picked up in the midfield there by Rasmus Christiansen, and he gives it back to Anderson. Rasmus Christiansen again. Infield there to Højbjerg. And the long ball over on the far side looking for Marley, but that is a good interception by Dembele, doing some good work at the back there, and then it's played out of play by Kunde. It's going to be a throw into Denmark, and they are going to be taking the throw midway inside their own half. There's Didier Deschamps. Well, he has been in charge of more games in France than any other manager with an incredible record. He's played 133 matches. He's won 85, drawn 27, and lost 21. That is a 63.9% incredible win ratio. And it's going to be a throw into Denmark, level with the France penalty area now. And it just goes back to Højbjerg. And here's Christiansen. Down on this near side to Nelson. Nelson. Got a bit of space in front of him. He's right on the halfway line. He's looking for options. He finds Marley. Marley. And he goes all the way back from inside the French half, right the way back to Kasper Schmeichel, who's wearing the captain's armband today for Denmark. And here's Christiansen. Nelson. And he plays the ball down to Marley. Back to Nelson. And right on the halfway line. Just plays it infield. He's got a number of players surrounding him. But he's just going to play the ball over, I think. He's going to play it to to Cornelius. Cornelius gives the ball away. France win it back, but he was actually fouled, so it is a free kick. And that was Lidstrom, rather. And the foul there by Tukameni. So the free kick is, I'd say, about 35, 40 yards out. I suspect this will be taken, well, they take it quickly. And it's Marley. Marley launches the ball in. It's headed out by Varane. And it's picked up by Eriksson. Eriksson just gives the ball back. Inside his own half there is Højbjerg. And he gives it back to Eriksson. Infield to Cornelius. Goes back, the ball is over on this far side and headed out. Well, it's just a good piece of defending, and breaking forward now is Dembele. Dembele infield. Good ball to Rabois. And on the far side now to Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. He's already got one goal in this tournament. And that was, of course, in the opening match against Australia. Giroud got the other two. Rabois got the fourth. And here is Damsgaard, plays the ball over on the far side to Christiansen. Oh, the through ball there was looking for Cornelius, wasn't able to find him. And it's just away and goes through to Hugo Lloris. We've got both goalkeepers who are captains today. 4 minutes gone. It is France 0, Denmark 0 at Stadium 974 in the capital Doha. Stadium looks relatively full. There's one or two empty seats. There's Upamecano. And Tukameni goes back to Lloris. And he clears it left-footed downfield, the Tottenham Hotspur ace. Definitely still to be considered one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Here now is Eriksson. Eriksson. He just gives the ball back to Nelson. Nelson goes back to Eriksson and Højbjerg. And that's a bad giveaway there, Lidstrom. And clearing up at the back here is Theo Hernandez. He was almost pushed right back to the touchline before he eventually knocks it out of play. Throwing to Denmark, taken quickly. Here's Lidstrom. Lindstrom. Oh, he was trying to. The ball really wasn't onto Male, and now Dembele can break away. And this is good work by Dembele, beating 3 Denmark players. And then he plays it in field here to Rebois. Rebois out on the far side to Mbappe. This is France on the break. They're looking good. Dembele turns, tries to get the shot away, but that is blocked. And Denmark now have the opportunity to clear away. Here's Eriksson to Male. Male clears the ball forward, and that's dealt with at the back by Kunde. He only gets it really as far as Male, and he goes back to Nelson as Denmark try to kill the momentum in the game, just slowing it down a little bit. The ball is over to Christensen on the far side. Christensen, of course, on a yellow card, along with Matthias Jensen. The French team have a clean sheet in terms of yellow cards. No bookings from their first game. Christensen. And that went to Damsgaard, back to Christensen. Christensen's in the centre circle. Gives it to Nelson. Damsgaard. It's supposed to place the ball forward. That's a nice inside pass there. And the ball is through by the ball was played through there by Eriksson, looking for Cornelius. The ball was just a bit wayward, and Cornelius wasn't able to get there. And Lloris just went and picked that up. And Lloris, a very calm head at the back for France. And it really contributes to what the French need if they want to repeat. Of course, nobody has won back-to-back World Cups since Brazil in 1958 and 1962. In midfield now is Tukumeni. And he gives it to Kunde. Dembele. Kunde again. And there's Varane. He gives it to Tukumeni. Tukumeni out on the far side to Mbappe. Back to Rebois. Rebois again. Well, that's a nice little pass back there to the number 18 Upamecano. France patient build up here is Rebois. Back to Upamecano. Out on the far side here to France's number 22, which is Hernandez. He's in for his brother, of course, Lucas Hernandez, who has suffered that injury that has ended his tournament. Of course, Denmark have their own injuries as well. Thomas Delaney is out for the rest of the tournament. And he suffered a knee injury. Here's Dembele. Dembele cuts inside. Gives it to Rebois. Rebois, long ball over on the far side to Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe swings the ball in, headed out by Christensen. Got good purchase on that. It's right over by the halfway line. And here's Upamecano. Gives it to Raphael Varane. Varane over down this near side now to Dembele. Dembele infield to Rebois. Rebois back to Griezmann. Down on this side to Kunde. Kunde, patient build-up by France. They're just looking to find holes in Denmark's defence and to exploit those. They're so quick at striking. They're almost like a rattlesnake. They're just patient, and strike when the time is right. They are definitely. I don't believe for a moment that this team is going out in the first round. They could well go back on and win it. They could well repeat. Here's Kunde and Upamecano out on the far side there to Griezmann. Griezmann now here's a chance, and it's cleared away. It was Hernandez that got the cross in. I'm sorry, I got the name stuck in my mouth for a moment there. Griezmann was looking to get on the end of that. Here's Griezmann again. And, that's a poor ball by Antoine Griezmann. Dreadful by his standards. And Denmark win the ball back midway inside their own half. And it's Christensen. Rasmus Christensen, that is. And he gives the ball to Anderson. Anderson looking for options. Gets it back. It's Rasmus Christensen. And back to Anderson. And here's Andreas Christensen. Down on this near side to Marley. And Ericsson, long ball. What a beautiful pass. Picks him out right to his feet. Here's Christiansen. Christiansen tries to play the ball through, but it wasn't really on. He was looking for Lidstrom, but it wasn't really on. Somehow the ball stays in play, though. It just hits the corner flag. Here's Christiansen again. Swings the ball in, and that's a good pluck out the air by Hugo Lloris. And he falls down on the ball. 10 minutes gone. France nil. Denmark nil. Came up there, and, well, the hallmarks of an experienced goalkeeper, just calmly commanding his penalty area. Here's Upper Meccano, and he gives it back to Hugo Lloris. Lloris. Raphael Varane. Really, the first 10 minutes has been a process, really, of feeling each other out, to be honest. We haven't really seen any sort of real opportunities right now. And here's Rebois, Griezmann, Upper Meccano, Rebois. And here's Tukameni. France look like they've just changed their system a bit and gone more to a 4-2-3-1. Here's Griezmann. And Griezmann just loses the ball there, and it's hacked away by Rasmus Christiansen. France win the ball back. It's Tukameni. And it's won back here by Denmark. It looks like there's been a foul, though. And it's on Anderson, on Kylian Mbappe. And it'll be a free kick to France with 11 and a half minutes gone here. Yeah, the tackle from behind, not the best challenge. No yellow card shown by our referee today, Simon Marciniak from Poland. And Antoine Griezmann is over this. And this is where France are so dangerous from these positions with Antoine Griezmann. He swings the ball in, and there's a header behind, and it looks like it came off the number 21, Cornelius, and it'll be the first corner of the game. It swung in Cornelius. Did it come off? Yes, it did come off Cornelius. Just for a second, I thought it had come off Varane, but it did come off Cornelius and will be a corner to France, their first one of the game. Well, they're pressing earlier, France. Denmark are holding steady. We'll see whether they're able to continue to do that. They really need a win, although they will take a point, I suspect. Griezmann with a corner. It's swung in. Oh, and it's just a wonderful piece of defending by Anderson, who just stops Mbappe from getting on the end of that. And it's gone tidied up at the back there by Upper Meccano. Gives it to Hugo Lloris, and Hugo Lloris clears it downfield. And here's Griezmann just trying to get in there. Oh, there's a collision there. Christiansen's gone down. Dembele, actually, it's Nielsen, actually. Well, he was leading with the elbow there, was Dembele, but it was at the back of the head, so I don't know why Nelson is clutching his face. But there was the flick on from Giroud, and it was a wonderful piece of defending just to keep Denmark for level there, really. And you are listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's player of the match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/the Commentary Hub. So you're listening to live coverage of France versus Denmark, unofficial World Cup commentary on the Commentary Hub. My name is Paul James. Feel free to get your comments in on the YouTube channel. If you can get them in, I'll try my best to read them out. My only request is that you keep them nice and clean. Here's Dembele. Raphael Varane tries to flick it on, but Denmark come away with it now with Damsgaard. Good challenge by Griezmann. And it's back with Raphael Varane. Varane just plays it across to Upper Meccano. And here's the number 22 for France, Hernandez. Hernandez breaking forward, Theo Hernandez. And he gives the ball to Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe slips it back to Kameni. To Kameni again, has the ball. And gives the ball to Mbappe. Long ball over on the pass. That's a beautiful pass. And here's Dembele. Dembele. He's surrounded by two Danish players, one of which being Marley. But Dembele gets across in, looking for Giroud. And, well, he went up there with Anderson and he just lashed out with his arm a bit there, did Giroud. Not sure if he did that deliberately. But let's have a look here. Dembele gets across in. Giroud gets up there for the challenge. And actually, it's a good piece of work by Anderson with the defence there. But it inevitably did come off Giroud, and it's a goal kick. And here is Christensen, Andreas Christensen, for Denmark. He's got options ahead of him. He's just slowly, almost at walking pace, taking it up to the centre circle. His pass is long, and it's only just, well, Christensen was unable to keep the ball in play, and it will be a throw-in. And Denmark there, their coach, Kasper Hjulmand, just turns away in disgust there. And now then just down this side is Kunde. Kunde gives the ball to Dembele. Dembele has been very effective in this first 16 minutes. He's been on the ball a lot, be a bit of a threat down that left-hand side. Down that right-hand side for France, and he's looking like he could cause Denmark a lot of problems today. And it's a throw-in to France, almost level with the halfway line, and it's taken quickly by Hernandez. And Hernandez gives it to Upamecano. And here's Raphael Varane. Varane just plays it in field, and it's now down with Kunde. Kunde is dispossessed. Denmark attempt to break, but they're not able to. Nelson, though, gets the ball back. Nelson goes all the way back to Kasper Schmeichel. France 0, Denmark 0. 16 minutes gone. My name is Paul James. Commentary here. This World Cup Group D match. Stadium 974 in Doha. A win, of course, for France will send them through. And here's Nelson now. And just going back to Olivier Giroud, if he was to beat that goal-scoring record today, because he's currently level with Thierry Henry. The next third on the list is Antoine Griezmann at 42, Michel Platini on 41, and Karim Benzema on 37. So there's some illustrious names, and what an achievement it would be for Olivier Giroud to be France's all-time scorer if he can do that today. The ball is on the halfway line with Rasmus Christensen. And Eriksen just trying to challenge for that. And Damsgaard goes over, but Antoine Griezmann wins it in the midfield. Here's Kunde. And it's back to Varane. Varane to Hernandez. France breaking forward now again with Hernandez. Storming over the halfway line now. Hernandez. Oh, his ball to Giroud is a poor one. And it's cleared up at the back by Christensen. And here is Marley. Marley goes back to Nelson. Christensen again. Denmark now have the ball midway inside their own half. It's Christensen. Down to Nelson. Nelson now. He gives it to Marley. Nelson almost on the halfway line. Just inside his own half, it's Christensen again. Andreas Christensen. There's no relation to Rasmus Christensen, of course. And here's Marley. Good challenge by Moussa Dembele. Oh, got right across, just made a wonderful challenge there. And here's Damsgaard. Damsgaard plays it in. It looks like it's Lidstrom there. It's Damsgaard again. Oh, he's just failed to control that. That would have been an opportunity for a shot. France now break out with Griezmann. And, oh, Kylian Mbappe almost got in, but surely that's a foul. And that's a yellow card. And Giroud is trying to say it should be more than a yellow card. We're just looking at it is Andreas Christensen. Now, of course, he's not one of the two players that have been booked, so it won't affect his appearance in the next game. But he is booked for that. Olivier Giroud trying to say to the referee that it should be more than that, and this seems to be a common theme now with with players trying to get players sent off. It never used to be like that. I can remember the days where, players would actually say, don't send him off. But now players are surrounding officials and demanding that players be sent off. I don't like it, and I think the referee should book players that do that. But that's just my opinion. Here's Griezmann over the ball now, midway inside the Denmark half. He's going to take this free kick. There's Kasper Schmeichel's father, Peter Schmeichel, the great goalkeeper, one of the greatest goalkeepers of his really of the 20th century. He's right up there with Gordon Banks, Ray Clements, Lev Yashin, and Dembele plays the ball in, and the header there, by Rebois, forces a superb save out of Peter Schmeichel's son, Kasper Schmeichel. Wonderful stop there, and that's a first real effort on goal after 20 minutes, and a super save from the shot from Rebois. Well, it was good effort and a wonderful reaction save from Kasper Schmeichel. And here now is Rafael Varane. Rafael Varane gives the ball to Upamecano and to Hernandez. Well, that was the first real chance of the game. Free header. I don't really think Rebois did anything wrong. He got it on target. It was a powerful header, but it was just such a wonderful save by Kasper Schmeichel. And here is Denmark win the ball back now, but they lose it now to Kameni. To Hernandez. Hernandez infield to Kylian Mbappe. His ball is cut out by Christensen, but France do try to win the ball back, but are penalised. And it'll be a free kick to Denmark. Well, we'll just take another look at this. The free kick was taken, not launched into the box. It was taken to Dembele, and the header by Rebois forces a super save from Kasper Schmeichel. He got a lot of power behind that. It was a good reaction save. You might argue that it wasn't far enough into the corner, but with power like that, it was a good reaction save. Here's Andreas Christensen now. Ball is given there to Damsgaard, but Christensen gets the ball back. Here's Rasmus Christensen. And Højbjerg just knocked off the ball there. And France pick up the loose ball in midfield. And the referee has given a yellow card to Denmark's number 21, Cornelius, for a tackle there. That looked a little harsh. That seemed a little strange for a yellow card. It just seemed to be a coming together in midfield in the centre circle. But Cornelius now has, in fact, been booked. So we'll just take a look at this again. I just want to see what. First of all, there was the tackle on Højbjerg, and it was just a coming together between Cornelius and Giroud. Okay. They might have caught him. I'm not going to argue about whether or not it was a free kick, but it just does seem a little harsh for a booking. Anyway, that's the referee's decision, as they say. And he's still protesting, actually, as Cornelius. Oh, he might have caught him with the studs, actually. He actually might have caught him with the studs. Looking at it at that angle, yeah, it looks like he caught him with the studs. Okay, perhaps I can take that back and understand why a yellow card was given there. Usually when you've got anything involving the studs, it can usually be worse than a yellow card, but I think a yellow card there is appropriate. And making notes there, Kasper Højbjerg, and there is France's World Cup winning coach, Didier Deschamps, and of course he won the World Cup as a player and as a manager. There was two other coaches that have done that. One is Franz Beckenbauer. We have Kevin Benson in the chat saying "Go Denmark." And nice of you to join us, Kevin. And so far, Denmark, if you've just joined us, Denmark haven't really created much so far, but they've restricted France to only the single chance with the header on goal, forcing the save out of Kasper Schmeichel. Possession has been pretty even, Stevens, 46% on each, 8% in contest possession. Not sure exactly what that really means, but right now the possession is very even, Stevens. And it goes back with Christensen, and he gives it to Nelson. Nelson now breaking forward. And it's just knocked back there by Marley. And Here is Andreas Christensen. Cross to Anderson. Anderson, long ball on the far side, looking for Marley. He brings that down well, but he just escaped him. And I don't know if he's just kept that in play or whether it's gone behind. We've got some Denmark fans there, happy to be caught on camera. The French fans as well. I'll tell you, one of the most enjoyable things I've seen of this World Cup is the fans' choreography. It's just been so fun to watch in this World Cup. All the fans from all the different countries dressing up. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun to watch. Here's Hugo Lloris. He's got the goal kick now. Evidently, Marley was not able to keep that ball in play. Hugo Lloris, he's going to go short, and he gives the ball to Upamecano. Upamecano now coming out of his penalty area, out to Hernandez. Tio Hernandez, of course, he's in for Lucas Hernandez, who has that tournament cruciate ligament injury, tournament-ending cruciate ligament injury. Hopefully, we wish him all the best, and hopefully he recovers very, very soon. Of course, nobody wants to see players injured. And here's Nelson now, just inside his own half. And he's right on the halfway line now is Nelson, and he just gives the ball to Christensen, Andreas Christensen. He's already in the yellow card. He's already in the referee's notebook. He's gonna have to be careful as this game goes on. And here is Anderson, and it's Lidstrom there, just trying to. Looks like Cornelius rather was fouled, and it's going to be a free kick to Denmark. There's Dembele. Dembele has been very effective in this first half. What I would say about him is he's down this right-hand side, Usman Dembele. He's been causing Denmark some issues down that side. Long ball over on the far side to Marley. Marley, it's nodded out of play. Good work there by Kunde. It's a throw in now to Denmark, level with the French penalty area. Kevin Benson saying, enjoying your commentary. Cheers from New Zealand. Oh, wow. Thank you, Kevin. New Zealand, can you perhaps share with us what time it is there right now? And thank you as well for, I'm glad you're enjoying the commentary. We appreciate your feedback very much. And here is Christensen now. Christensen, long ball over on the far side and just headed out of play there. Looks like it was headed out by Hernandez, and it'll be a throw into Denmark, almost level with the French penalty area. And that's just plays the ball quickly to Eriksson and gets the ball back. And that just seemed to come off. The French number 22, Hernandez, and the ball was attempted to be crossed by Lidstrom, but it's blocked. It's going to be a throw-in. Again, almost level with the French penalty area. The throw-in taken quickly. And out on that far side is Eriksson, but he's muscled out of play by Rebois, and it will be a goal kick to France. 28 minutes gone here at Stadium 974 in Doha. It is France 0, Denmark 0. And I gotta say early on, the French are putting lots of pressure on. The thing is they're not really creating an awful lot of chances. Denmark really have held firm so far. They really do need the win to Denmark, really. But, at the same time, I have to say they'll probably settle for a point and try to get the win to send them through against Australia in the last game. Long ball played forward there, and chasing that one down is Mbappe, but he's good work at the back by Christensen. And now breaking forward is Denmark just over the halfway line with Christensen, gives it to the other Christensen, Rasmus Christensen. And just turning inside there, attempting to turn inside is Lidstrom, but good work by Upamecano. And it'll be a throw into Denmark. It is actually 5:27. I'm used to staying up late to watch Palace. 5:27 a.m. in the morning. That's commitment, Kevin. It's okay. I'm in Canada, and I was up at 4:30 a.m. For doing co-commentary yesterday on the Qatar and Senegal game. Also Germany and Japan, and one or two others that I've had to be up at 4:30 in the morning for. So, I share your commitment there, but that's really good. And it's a goal kick for France right now, and Hugo Lloris will be over this one. And he just left-footed downfield. Only just gets it past the halfway line. Olivier Giroud just knocks it on. And the ball goes over on the far side to Kylian Mbappe. Now, he's been kept quiet for most of this first half. Here's Mbappe now, cuts inside. Real chance. Can he get the cross in? Over on the far side to Koundé, and he tries to get the shot in, but it's blocked by Anderson there. Koundé was able to get the shot in, but it really was a disappointing effort. You would expect him to do better than that. Mbappe there gets across. It was a wonderful cross right to the feet of Koundé, but that is good work by it's actually Rasmus Christiansen who got the block in there, and it just fell then to Kasper Schmeichel, and Denmark can now start again. And down this side is Nelson. Almost reaching the halfway line, and he gives it to Christiansen. Half an hour gone here. France 0, Denmark 0. And France win the ball back there now, and it's given to Dembele, but just behind Dembele from Giroud. He looks a little bit disappointed with that, and Dembele looks frustrated as well. France, for their opportunities will come. They've had they're trying to create opportunities. They're getting the ball down to Moussa Dembele, but they've not really. It's the final ball, I think, for them right now. For France, they're not able to pick out what they want, and really, the crosses have been a bit wayward. The final passes have been wayward. Here's Nelson. He plays it over on the far side to Rasmus Christiansen, and he gives the ball to Lidstrom, and that's a good piece of defending by Upamecano. And it looked like it came off Upamecano last. And the linesman seemed to signal. Yes, it did come off Upamecano last, and the linesman seemed to signal a goal kick. I wonder whether he has signalled a goal kick. And Lidstrom is somewhat upset with that, and one can't blame him. You're listening to Alternative Commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/the Commentary Hub, and that's my marketing duties done for the first half. And the throw-in to be taken by Koundé on the halfway line. And it's over now with Upamecano, right on the halfway line to Hernandez. Upamecano, 5 attempts at goal for France. Actually, only 1 on target. Nothing for Denmark so far. They've mainly been pinned into their own half. They have the ball now with Anderson. Anderson is almost dispossessed though by Griezmann. And they do win the ball back to France. And here's Griezmann now approaching the penalty area. Griezmann gets inside. He's got no one up with him, and he attempts to get a shot on goal. It's a good save by Kasper Schmeichel. Back to the edge of the box now. And Dembele tries to get a shot away, but it's blocked by Christiansen. Dembele again. He just pulls away to the touchline, and here's Koundé. And it's back with Tukameni. And here is Upamecano now. Every single French player in the Denmark half. Here's Dembele. Koundé. Back to Dembele. And Koundé now has a clear chance at a cross. Oh, it looks like it's a good one. And it's just headed away there by Anderson. Just behind him was Olivier Giroud waiting to snap. And it's headed again back into the penalty area. The clearance isn't good. Comes back to Rebois. The shot is blocked this time by Rasmus Christiansen. Rebois just looking to get the shot away, but it's a good block by Rasmus Christiansen. It does go out of play. Midway inside the Denmark half. Pressure being applied now by the French team. Le Bleu looking to take the lead here. Here is Antoine Griezmann. Over on the far side to Hernandez. Hernandez plays the ball forward. It's a good block. And it looks like it's a foul there, though. And it'll be a free kick. And Cornelius has to be careful because he's already been booked. Stop protesting, Cornelius. Just take it because you don't want to talk your way into a second yellow card. Didn't appear to be much in it, though, in fairness. I can understand his frustration. Just going back there at that attempt on goal by Griezmann. Didn't really have any other choice because there was no help in the penalty area. Of course, it was a comfortable save by Kasper Schmeichel. But now we have the free kick, I would say, a good 35 yards out. And over this one now. Griezmann has just gone over to talk to Upamecano. Perhaps the French just cooking something up here to see if they can outfox this Danish defence. It's going to be Griezmann. He just launches the ball in, but it's a comfortable header there by Christensen, but he doesn't get it very far, and France still have it now with Koundé. Koundé back to Tukameni, to Griezmann. Griezmann played forward, and Denmark just, that's good work there by Rasmus Christensen. And breaking away now is Denmark, and here's a chance now for Lidström. Lidström gets a shot away. He just whistles it wide of Larissa's goal, and that's a first attempt in anger at the French goal. It does go wide. It's not on target, but that was a quick break by Denmark. And the ball was actually played through there. It was actually Cornelius who got on the end of that. I apologise. Just whistles that shot wide. He had Upamecano closing in, so he really had to get his shot away. But it was quite a distance wide in the end. But that is Denmark's first sighting, really, France's goal there, and Didier Deschamps just shouting some instructions. And now the ball's in the middle of the park with Rebois. Rebois to Hernandez. And over on the far side now is Kylian Mbappe. He gives it back to Hernandez. Mbappe. And it's to Kameni. And it's out to Koundé now. Koundé. And here is Dembele again. Dembele, well, he's looking for a shot on goal. Let's see what he can find. He does a long ball over on the far side to Griezmann. Griezmann just dinks that ball into Giroud, and he heads it just wide. Well, perhaps Kasper Schmeichel knew it was going wide, but Giroud is hungry. One more goal, as you know, he will be France's all-time top goal scorer. He just cut across Nelson there to try to get that header in. He just wasn't able to divert it on target, however, and it will be a goal kick to Denmark. 37 minutes gone. It is France 0, Denmark 0. Kasper Schmeichel trying to explain to Giroud that he went in with his elbow. Well, you almost always lead with your elbow a little bit as a forward or a defenseman. I don't think Giroud did anything there that was particularly of malice. Here's Christensen. Andres Christensen, long ball over on the far side to Marley. Marley just trying to get away from Koundé, but it's just hacked away there. Only up to about the halfway line, and Denmark have the ball back. And it's Højbjerg. Højbjerg, long ball over onto the far side to Christensen. Got a lot of space in front of him. What can he do with it? Christensen cuts inside, gets the ball across the penalty area. No one was there. Cornelius, all he had to do was move into the 6-yard box. He would have had a tap in. It was a wonderful ball across the 6-yard box in that corridor of uncertainty by Christensen, but nobody was there. And France breathe again. And Koundé now will have a throw in level with his own 6-yard box. And he tries a long throw, and he didn't really get it very far. And it's headed out of play by Nielsen. And Koundé will get another opportunity midway inside his own half. Well, we've got 7 minutes to go till half time. And I suppose one of the biggest and most reasonable bets of all is how much stoppage time will be held in this game. France over the halfway line. And moving forward is Kylian Mbappe. Well, is he tripped there? The referee says no. And Kevin Benson is asking my team in England. My team in England is Burnley, Kevin. And we've got 1 or 2 Burnley fans on the team. JB, of course, as well as myself. And I'm thinking, I think yours you mentioned was Crystal Palace. They've had a pretty good start to the season of Crystal Palace. They're doing very well. Of course, under a French legend as well. And here's a throw-in now to be taken by Denmark. It's just cleared away there by Marley. He only gets it up as far as Varane. And Tukameni goes down, tries to claim he was fouled. The referee says no. And it's Tukameni again. That's a beautiful pass to Dembele. Dembele's got space in front of him now. Gets the ball across and a real chance. Oh, what an opportunity for Mbappe. That is the best chance of the first half. He was about 9 yards out, was Kylian Mbappe. And, well, you would expect him to put the ball in the net from there, or at least hit the target. Well, oh, that is disappointing by his standards. Just blazes it over the crossbar, and you could actually see the look of disgust on his face. And well, he might. That was a poor finish. And over on the far side is Christensen. Christensen tries to play the ball through to Cornelius again, but clearing up at the back is Upamecano. He only gets the ball back as far as Christensen, and the referee has stopped play for some reason. Well, Upamecano was down for a moment. He's on his feet now. It wasn't a head injury, but let's just see what's going on there. Well, it looks like he slips really and trips over himself. Not sure why the referee stopped play there. No need of it, really. Well, the referee actually gave a free kick for that, which is very strange. So Hugo Lloris will take this free kick. And he takes it left-footed downfield. Chris Wood, Kiwi legend, gutted when he left the Clarets. Yes, he's not had much success at Newcastle, and I guess it's going to get a little harder for him as well as the January transfer window opens. And Newcastle will no doubt be spending again to maintain their position in the top four. But yes, Chris Wood got a lot of goals for Burnley. Was part really of that. That side that helped get Burnley into European competition for the first time since 1963, I think it is. I stand to be corrected. I think it's 1963, where they were in the UEFA Cup and eventually got knocked out in the quarterfinal by German side Eintracht Frankfurt. And just cleared away now. Here's Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann is just in the centre circle here, or just about at the centre circle. He gives it to Tukameni. Down on this side to Kunde. And Kunde just, that's a nasty collision. And the referee stops play immediately. There's a yellow card here, and he's giving it to Kunde. And that's France's first yellow card of the tournament. But that looked a very unpleasant collision there. And we're just going to take a look and figure out what happened there. Let's just see. Yes. Oh, that's unpleasant. And I'm just trying to see who it is that's down. The players are surrounding him, so it's very difficult to tell. Olivier Giroud has just gone to get some refreshment. I suspect even in the evening that the temperatures can still be quite high in Qatar, but he's down right now. I'm just not quite sure who it is, and as soon as I know, I'll let you know. But it does look quite serious. Kasper Højbjerg, and we might get a look at who it is now. Oh, it's Nelson. Yes, it's Nelson, and it looks like he took some very unpleasant tackle to the ankles. It looks like there may have been some studs involved there. VAR choosing not to get involved as to whether or not it should have been a red card. But it did look quite a dangerous tackle. And Nelson is still down right now. And we're looking at Denmark's fans there with the Viking headgear on. Kylian Mbappe, looking at the total receptions. Kylian Mbappe has had 14 between midfield and defensive lines. And Dembele has had 10. Claret's definitely back to the Premier League next season. Well, I certainly hope so, Kevin. It's looking good right now, but what I've learned from the Championship is that it can be a long gold season. But I certainly hope you're right. I've got faith in Vincent Kompany for sure. And the ball is over on the far side now there with Christensen. And Christensen gives the ball back to Anderson as we're back underway here. Looks like Nelson is okay. Anderson's long ball there just seems to evade Marley, which is who he was looking for, and it goes out of play for a throw into France. We are inside our last minute of the first half. We're just waiting to see how much stoppage time will be added on in this first half. So far, we are being kept in the dark. And here's Eriksson now. Got a bit of space in front of him. He's got options alongside him. Rasmus Christensen is totally unmarked, and Eriksson decides to go for the shot. Perhaps he didn't see Christensen, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Well, what's the bets on the stoppage time? We've seen some pretty crazy amounts in this group stage. Yesterday, I think England had just 1 minute. And well, it's 3 minutes stoppage time, which I think is perfectly reasonable in the first half as a whole. So hopefully now we're going to start seeing some common sense back in FIFA's decision making. We hope. And the goal kick is taken quickly by Lloris. And here is Damsgaard. Damsgaard's been a bit quiet in the first half. It's won back by Tukameni, and France are breaking forward again. Over on the far side now is Hernandez. Hernandez has got Mbappe alongside him. Here's Mbappe. Well, Denmark won't want to concede at this point in the half. Here's Rebois. Rebois. And he just lifts the ball over to Mbappe. Mbappe's got some time. He just dinks the ball in there looking for Giroud. Unfortunately, it's a disappointing ball by Mbappe. It goes well over the head of Giroud and goes behind for a goal kick to Denmark. Well, at half-time, so everyone who's listening knows at half-time I will be taking a break. So you'll pretty much hear silence for about 15 minutes, and then I will be back for the second half. An opportunity for me to go and make myself a cup of tea and just generally rest my voice for 15 minutes. Kasper Schmeichel with the goal kick, right-footed downfield. And well, it looked like he was pushed by Upamecano there. Højbjerg. Referee said no. And here in the midfield now is Damsgaard, and he gives it to Nelson. Nelson has got Marley up there with him. Cutting inside there is Højbjerg, gives it to Marley. Back to Højbjerg. Højbjerg tries to go back to Marley, but Marley is not able to control it, and it goes out of play for a throw-in to France. And to take it is Kunde, who's already on a yellow card today. So Kunde, of course, did not start the last game. He is in for Kunde is in today for Canate. And it is France now breaking over the halfway line. They've got about 30 seconds left in this first half. And here is Mbappe again. Mbappe tries to get the shot away. Oh, it's blocked by his own player. It's blocked by Olivier Giroud. Giroud went over and managed to get hit with the ball. I think Giroud is still down. And here is Dembele. Dembele runs right into Christensen, and the ball goes out of play. Looks like it's going to be a throw into Denmark. Marley is going to. Is Marley going to take it? Normally, you might hand this to Nelson, but there's a shot by Mbappe, and it just clips. Uh, just clips Giroud on the back of the head. And that's it. Does the referee blow for half-time? Yes, that's the half-time whistle. And here at Stadium 974 in this Group D match, it's half-time. And really, there's only been a couple of chances for France. Rabois forcing a save from Kasper Schmeichel after 20 minutes. And Kylian Mbappe with that chance from around about 8 to 10 yards out, blazing it over the crossbar. Denmark really have been restricted to only one shot, and it was off target. So it's half-time here. It is France 0, Denmark 0. Going to take a break. We'll see you for the second half. Welcome back to the second half. We're just right now seeing the French team return to the field, and Olivier Giroud there. We're just waiting for Denmark's team to come out, and I can see right now Olivier Giroud is just kind of wandering off. It doesn't look like any side has made any substitutions. Oh, wait, yes, we do. We are going to see one. So, having said that, me and my big mouth, Cornelius has come off and Brathwaite has come on. So I'm just going to update that on my list. Cornelius has come off, and it is Martin Brathwaite, 62 caps for Denmark. And he, of course, applies his club trade at Espanyol in Spain. And the second half is underway. We're going to run you through the two teams again in just a moment here. France now are attacking the goal to our left. And, of course, they are in their blue jerseys, white shorts and red socks. And Denmark in their white shirts. So already a foul there on Martinez. So we have had one substitution. Cornelius has been replaced by Martin Brathwaite. So we'll see whether that has any impact on this time. So this is the French lineup. Hugo Lloris in goal. They're unchanged, of course. So Hernandez, Upamecano, Varane, and Koundé, and Rebois, Tukameni, and Griezmann in midfield. And the front line, Mbappe, Giroud, and Dembele. And here comes Dembele now. Dembele down on this near side to Mbappe, and Rebois is getting in there, but that's just hooked away by Christensen. And Kevin Benson wants to say hi to JB. Clarets are Kevin's second team next to Palace, thanks to him, Wood and Dyche. And that's a wonderful compliment. I'm sure JB will appreciate that if he's listening. And Kasper Schmeichel is in goal for Denmark. So this is the Denmark team, Nelson, Christensen, and Andersen. And Marley, Eriksson, Højbjerg, and Christensen are the four in midfield. And there is three on the front line now. Damsgaard, now Braithwaite, and Lidstrøm make up the Denmark team. And it'll be a free kick in the centre circle for the foul on Griezmann. He was just sort of pulled over there. And it's taken quickly. Here is Mbappe. Mbappe gives the ball to Hernandez. Hernandez, good interception that time by Lidstrøm, and it will be a throw-in to France. So what can France do in the second half to unlock Denmark's defence? And here is Tukameni. He gives the ball out to Dembele. Dembele cuts inside, just trying to get away from Damsgaard. And Denmark win the ball back, though, and it's good work there by the number 23 for Denmark, Højbjerg. And they have the ball now. Højbjerg, it's played forward. It's Eriksson over on the far side, and it's Christensen there. Eriksson swings the ball in, and that's a good ball. Rather wasteful, unfortunately, that nobody was getting in the penalty area, because that was a superb ball in by Eriksson, right into that corridor of uncertainty, chasing the ball in there, and there was really only Martin Brathwaite in there. Well, we've heard the old lesson as you play football as a kid, you know, go into the penalty area. Get yourself into those positions, because you just never know. You might get lucky. That was a superb ball into the box as well. So it's unfortunate for Denmark. Hugo Lloris now has the goal kick for France. And it's cleared long downfield. Up there is Nelson challenging with Giroud. The ball goes out of play for a throw-in to Denmark. And to take it quickly here is going to be Marley. And he just plays the ball forward there. Just well, he's looking for Eriksson, and it's picked up now by Lidstrøm. Lidstrøm got space in front of him. What can he do? Lidstrøm, the ball is just outnumbered there by Upamecano and Varane, but Denmark do still have the ball back. And it's Christensen down this near side, and he tries to get the cross in, but it's blocked well. And the throw-in is taken quickly, and out-muscled at the back there is Lidstrom, and France now breaking away with Mbappe. He's got 2 men in front of him. What can he do? Cuts inside. Mbappe gets the cross in. Just looking for Dembele, and Mbappe tries to follow through, but Kasper Schmeichel read that very well. Dembele just attempted to play that ball back to Mbappe, but Kasper Schmeichel read that very well. And now Denmark can break out. And it's Højbjerg. Højbjerg on the halfway line. He's got Christensen with him. Christensen. And he plays the ball all the way back to Andreas Christensen. And Nelson now has the ball right on the halfway line. And he just plays the ball in field to Damsgaard. And the ball is played long down this near side. Just nodded on that time by Christensen. And Christensen now gives the ball to Brathwaite. Brathwaite attempts to get the cross in, but it's blocked by Varane. And it will be a corner to Denmark. Now, I believe, I stand to be corrected, I believe it's only their second corner. Yes, just came off. Good block, actually, by Varane. As we just look again at this opportunity, this quick 1-2 from Mbappe and Dembele. I think Mbappe may have been offside anyway. So, yes, it is Denmark's second corner. And the cross will be, the corner will be outswung by the looks of it. Eriksson just looking at his options in the box. There's plenty of players in there. Anderson being one. Brathwaite. And the cross comes in all the way to the back post. It's headed right back across. And Hugo Lloris gets up and plucks that out of the air. And, he was looking for a moment to get France off onto a quick break. Martin Brathwaite seemed to just put a stop on that. Right, Hugo Lloris now decides to go short. And he gives it to Hernandez. And Hernandez just forward to Mbappe on the halfway line. Hernandez and just gives it to Rebois. To Tukameni. Tukameni over onto the far side. And it looks like Dembele there is trying to break through. That's a good challenge by Anderson. France do have the ball back in their own half. And it's Hernandez. Hernandez just over the halfway line. He decides to go all the way back. Tried to find Upamecano. It's just a wayward from Upamecano, but he just sends it back to Hugo Lloris. And France have really slowed the pace down. And it's given now to Varane. Varane over to Koundé. Koundé, long ball there, and he's offside. It was a wonderful long pass, but I think Griezmann was clearly offside there. And no complaints from Antoine Griezmann. And a free kick to Denmark as they get the game back underway. And here is Anderson. Anderson to Christensen. Christensen. Well, he gives it to Nelson. It's just over the halfway line now. Patient build-up by Denmark as they try to create something. They haven't created much so far. And that was Mali just trying to get past Koundé, but not successful. And the ball is played through now. Oh, Mbappe's away! And, that was wonderful goalkeeping by Kasper Schmeichel. Read that very well, got there before Mbappe cleared it away. But that was the first sign that really that the French was getting inside the Danish backline there. It looked like he was onside too. Good work by Kasper Schmeichel. Denmark now breaking forward. And it's Brathwaite attempts to play the ball back. And here's Højbjerg. Højbjerg goes right the way back to Nelson. And Nelson goes back to Kasper Schmeichel in Denmark's goal. Kasper Schmeichel. And he gives it to Christensen. Christensen to Højbjerg. Højbjerg just looking at what options are available. And he gives it down this near side to Rasmus Christensen. Christensen already on a yellow card, of course. He's not going to want to get booked because he won't want to miss that last game. Which is against Australia. And the ball is down this near side now to Damsgaard. Damsgaard just forward there to Lidstrøm, and it's touched away to be a corner to Denmark. Good work defending there by Hernandez. Just knocking the ball away from Brathwaite, and it'll be a corner. Good defending there. Well, Denmark have had difficulty in really creating many chances in this game. They're going to see what they can do from a set piece. I believe that this may be Denmark's best opportunity from set pieces to see if they can hurt France. The corner is to be taken by Eriksson. Looks like it's going to be another outswing. And it is. And it's just headed away there. Looks like Griezmann got on that. It's knocked back in. Oh, here's a real chance for Brathwaite. Brathwaite, good defending there by Dembele. Oh, well, the linesman's flag has gone up for offside anyway. But just for a moment, Brathwaite was there one-on-one with Lloris. But he appears to have been in an offside position. And you can see there, yes, no doubt. Free kick to France, taken quickly. Here's Hernandez. And on the ball there is Rebois. Rebois gives it to Tukameni. 55 minutes gone, 10 minutes into the second half. It is France 0, Denmark 0. You are listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's player of the match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. And Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partner for this season, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/the Commentary Hub. Here's Griezmann, and he gives the ball to Rebois. Rebois, and it's just breaking away now is Kylian Mbappe. Oh, he's got Giroud up there with him. Mbappe goes alone and gets a shot there, and it's a good save by Kasper Schmeichel. Just turns it away. Well, he had Giroud and, of course, Dembele up there with him. Mbappe chose to go alone, and it's a good save by Kasper Schmeichel inside Denmark's goal. And, well, Mbappe has really made a pain of himself in this first half, but his final ball just hasn't quite been there. Griezmann now with the corner. And, well, there is Tukameni. There's Dembele. There's Giroud, of course, in there. All the usual suspects. It's a poor delivery and headed away. And got some purchase on that header. Just nodded away that time by Marley. And it'll be a throw into France midway inside Denmark's half. Hernandez will take it. And he's just going to look to see what options are available. All stem really from that poor delivery from Griezmann. One would expect better from him. Throw-in taken, just headed back by Giroud. And here's Hernandez, and he goes all the way back to Upamecano. Upamecano plays the ball long over on the far side to Varane. And here's Koundé. Upamecano. Hernandez. And, well, Koundé, actually it's Tukameni. Looks like he was fouled there by Christensen, and it will be a free kick. And the referee has chosen not to take any further action, which Rasmus Christensen will be grateful for reasons mentioned earlier, that he is on a yellow card. It's back now with Varane. Raphael Varane, the Manchester United defender. And here's Tukameni. Tukameni inside the centre circle for France. Giroud attempts to turn. The referee has blown up for what looks like a free kick by Giroud on Nelson. So, well, no, I thought the referee had blown up, but the play goes on, in fact. Here is Rebois, and it's Tukameni in the centre circle. Plays it out onto the far side to Dembele. Dembele looking to terrorise that Danish defence again. Dembele plays the ball into Mbappe, who tried a little clever flick, but Andreas Christensen was aware of it and made the block. And now Denmark can look to create something, but the pass to Lidstrøm is out of play. That was a really clever move by Mbappe, but Christensen was awake to it. And here's Rebois now for France. Rebois. And he gives it to Tukameni. Long ball forward, looking for Griezmann. Griezmann with a chance! Oh, he blazes it over the crossbar. Well, Griezmann just got inside Christensen there, and he was just inside the penalty area, one-on-one with Schmeichel. You would expect him to do better from there, but he blazes it over the crossbar, and another chance for France goes begging. And we're almost at the hour mark there. Oh, that's a dreadful finish by Griezmann. Well, you might well look back at that and perhaps possibly regret it. Griezmann, of course, has 42 goals for France in 111 appearances. And here's Lidstrom now. Lidstrom, good. Oh, it's a disappointing ball. Oh, he was looking for Marley, and it would have perhaps given Denmark an opportunity there, but clearing up at the back is Varane. There's 14 attempts on goal for France, 3 on target. Denmark have had 2 attempts at goal, no shots on target as of yet. And here's Griezmann. Griezmann attempts to break away, but it's blocked by Eriksen. And Eriksen's ball is a disappointing one. It's picked up by Tukameni. And he attempts to get France away now. And it's Hernandez. And Hernandez has got Mbappe up with him. And he gives it to Mbappe. Mbappe now cuts inside, back to Hernandez. Hernandez gets across away. And it's back to Mbappe. And France take the lead. Well, it's been coming for a while. And the ball goes across to Hernandez. Hernandez pulls it back to Mbappe. And he has a clear shot on goal. And France take the lead. It's right into Schmeichel's bottom left-hand corner. And it is France 1, Denmark 0. It has been coming. And it will be relief for France, who know if they win this game, will go through to the second round. Well, let's take a look at it again. Hernandez breaks out. He gives it to Mbappe. Mbappe gives it back to Hernandez. The quick 1-2, the deft shot, and it's 1-0 to France. And, well, I almost want to say that it may have been the defence might have fallen asleep a little bit, but Mbappe is so quick, so on the ball, that I don't really think the French defence had time to react. Mbappe gets his second goal of the tournament. And actually, that is Kylian Mbappe's 30th goal for France. And he is still only 23 years of age. So his 30th goal for France. And Giroud is going off. So he's not going to break the record today. So Olivier Giroud is going off. We're just going to see who's coming on. It is Marcus Thuram. So Giroud makes way. He's not breaking the record today. And Marcus Thuram comes on instead. And, well, he's been a little bit short on chances as Giroud in this game. And I guess for that reason, Didier Deschamps has decided to make the change. So Denmark now have a mountain to climb. They can't afford to lose this game. Here's Nelson. Nelson out on the far side there to Marley. And it's back with Christensen. And he's got some options in front of him here as... well, that was an attempted pass there to be played by Højbjerg. Was looking for Marley, but the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to France. And that throw-in was blocked, and it goes out for another throw-in. And just taking this one is Koundé. And the ball finds its way across to Hernandez as France again. Is this goal going to open the floodgates? Let's see. Kylian Mbappe to Tukameni, to Dembele. Dembele is dispossessed by Højbjerg. And the ball is played forward looking for Marley, but it goes out of play. It's a disappointing pass, that. And it'll be a throw-in. And it's taken quickly. And here's Højbjerg, long ball over on the far side to Christensen. Got a bit of space in front of him. What can Rasmus Christensen do? He's under pressure, and the ball is knocked out of play by Hernandez. Going to be a throw into Denmark. Oh, that's disappointing. He tried to play the ball to Lidstrom there. He bounced off Lidstrom, goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for France. 65 minutes gone. It is France nil. It is France 1, Denmark nil. Throw-in taken quickly. Chasing this one forward is Thuram. He's brought down there, is he? No. Nelson wins the ball fairly, according to the referee. And Denmark now looking to bring the ball forward. Here's Eriksson. Eriksson gives the ball now to Rasmus Christiansen. Christiansen plays the ball forward there. Chasing it is Lidstrom, but he's not able to make it. It goes behind for a goal kick. And Denmark have really had trouble stringing passes together, creating chances today. It's been a very, very difficult game for them. And of course, if they lose this, qualification is going to become very, very difficult. One would say, in fact, it would be probably just about impossible, really. Although they have Australia still to play. If they win that, that's 4 points. Australia are on 3. France will beat Tunisia. So it's not dead in the water. It's not too much mathematical gymnastics. A defeat to defeat to France is bad, but it doesn't spell the end of the tournament. And it'll be a throw-in to Denmark now, midway inside the French half of the field. It's Højbjerg. Goes all the way back to Nelson. Nelson to Christiansen. Christiansen. And just down this side here is Anderson. Anderson gives the ball to Rasmus Christiansen. A quick 1-2 there, which is picked up by Lidstrom. Lidstrom gets a wonderful cross across the penalty area, and France are not able to clear it away. Well, between Varane and Upamecano, they were struggling to clear the ball away there. But it was a good crossing. It just didn't reach. It didn't reach Brathwaite, unfortunately. And here is Nelson. Long ball over across there from Anderson. It's a wonderful pass, and it finds Marley. Marley. Infield to Højbjerg. Højbjerg, long ball over onto the far side to Rasmus Christiansen. He finds Lindstrom. He's got space in the penalty area. Oh, that's unfortunate. He has another attempt. And it's out of play. It'll be a corner. Well, his first cross was blocked by Upamecano. He seemed to just delay for a moment before he got the second attempt in. And he delayed long enough for the ball to actually go out of play. So it will be a corner to Denmark. They've just been able to find some space inside the penalty area again in the French defence right now. So let's see whether they can exploit some of this. Here's Eriksson with the corner, outswung. And there's the Paul's pass around. There's a header. It's 1-1. Oh, it's Marley. It's 1-1. Oh, well, let's look at this again. And the defence fell asleep. And France, they're going to be kicking themselves when they look back at this goal. Let's take a look at this again. It started with the corner, the outswing by Eriksson. And, well, I can tell you, Hugo Lloris does not look pleased. Actually, the goal scorer, I think, is Christiansen. I thought it was Marley, but I believe it's Christiansen. Let's look at this. It's outswung again. The flick on, and yes, the flick on by Anderson, and the header by Christiansen. And, well, Christiansen was given far too much space. Rebois wasn't close enough to him. And that is some pretty sloppy defending by France. Right on the edge of the 6-yard box, the header was. Rebois not even close to him, not anywhere near close enough to him. And yes, it's Christiansen. Andreas Christiansen with the goal, and it is a 1-1. So I apologise. I initially thought it was Marley, but it's actually Andreas Christiansen. And it's 1-1 anyway, and Denmark will take that. I don't think they'll care who put the ball in the net. And France now will have to start again. It's Rebois. My opinion, Rebois was definitely at fault with that goal. Did not get close enough to Christiansen. And it's 1-1. And here is Kunde plays the ball to Dembele. Dembele running at Denmark's defence. Dembele, and that's good work at the back by Højbjerg to tidy up. Højbjerg plays the ball forward, and it's knocked out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in now to Kunde. Well, Denmark back into this game, definitely against the run of play, but they took their chance when they had it, and France, of course, have missed a few chances, and that's been the theme in this tournament. I've seen that teams are not taking their chances and are being punished by the opposition. Bullet header, Sky commentary like watching a history lesson. Thanks for your effort. Oh, no problem at all, Kevin. Thank you. I do appreciate your feedback there. That's very, very kind of you. It's always good when we get feedback like that, especially for somebody like me who's not a professional commentator. I've only been doing it for a year, so it's always nice to get that kind of feedback. Thank you very much for that. Kasper Schmeichel is picked up the ball now inside his own penalty area. And it is going to be an opportunity now for Denmark to get started from the back. It's Nielsen. And what I would say about Denmark now is they're back on level terms. Can they go on and win this game? For France, well, you see that kind of sloppy defending. And yes, Kevin's right, it was a bullet header. Rebois just not getting close enough, and there's a long ball played forward there now, but that's well defended there by Varane, and France can move forward again. That is Mbappe, gives it to Kameni, back to Mbappe. Mbappe cuts inside, long. Oh well, he was looking for Dembele on the back post, but Schmeichel comes out and collects that quite comfortably. And Schmeichel has the ball now. And he just plays it out to the goal scorer, Andreas Christensen. Well, what a moment for him. And if I just take a look at that, I believe that could be Andreas Christensen's first goal for France. No, it's actually his third. So that's his third goal for Denmark. And Andreas Christensen is... his first goal of this World Cup and Denmark's first goal of this World Cup after they shared a 0-0 draw with Tunisia. And it's out on the far side to Mali now. Mali gives it to Eriksen. Eriksen to Højbjerg. Højbjerg to Anderson. Back to Anderson, back on the halfway line. And we've got 19 minutes left here. And it's France 1, Denmark 1. I just wonder whether Didier Deschamps may regret taking Olivier Giroud off at this time. He definitely wasn't that effective in the first half, but they certainly could use his abilities right now with the score at 1-1. And it's with Mali right now. Mali on the far side gets across in. Oh, here's a chance! Super save! Oh, what a chance there! And Lloris makes a super save, and he is remonstrating with his defence, and rightly so. The cross comes in. I'm just trying to see who it was that got the shot away there. Oh, actually, it looks like it was Lidstrom that got the shot away there. And what a super save by Lloris. And now we've got another change for Denmark. And it's Dolberg coming on. And the number 14 for France, which is, of course, Damsgaard, is coming off. And it's being done as a corner. And the corner is taken by Eriksen, swung in, just headed away. And only as far as Damsgaard. And here is Eriksen. Eriksen just cuts inside. He's got a bit of space in front of him. Is he going to try a shot? He does, but it's blocked by Upamecano. So Dolberg is on and Damsgaard is off. That is Denmark's second substitution. The ball is out on this side to Rasmus Christensen. And the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for France. So Dolberg on. For his 39th cap. France are about to make a substitution themselves. They're in fact going to make a double substitution. So my work's cut out here. So it is Coman is coming on. And so Kingsley Coman is on. And we're just going to see who it is who's coming off. Rafael Varane is coming off, but also the number 20 for France is coming on. And I'm just trying to see who that is right now. We'll just work those out for you. So Kanate and Coman are on. And off is Varane. And just going to get the other guy here. Dembele. So Dembele is off, and Varane is off, and Konate and Coman are on. So Ibrahim Konate is coming on. And just as I try to catch up here, we'll get these on. And here now at the back is Konate. And you are listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JB Sports and Storm FM. And you can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1 and like our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. And here are France now coming forward. And it's Kylian Mbappe trying to cut inside. Good defending by Rasmus Christiansen there. And it will be another corner to France. Okay, so I'm just updating my team sheets, and that's 3 substitutions now for France. They're allowed to make 2 more, of course. And the corner is to be taken by Antoine Griezmann. And Griezmann outswungs, and it's just headed away. Looks like it was Christensen that just headed that away. France still have the ball, though. Over on the far side, it is Kylian Mbappe. Swings a good one in. It's headed away by Nelson. And picked up at the back by Upamecano. And Upamecano now has the ball just inside his own half. And he gives it to Konate, the substitute. Konate, he gives it to Griezmann. Griezmann, infield to Coman. Kingsley Coman, the Bayern Munich player. And the ball is with Mbappe now. Mbappe seems to have switched over to the other side now. Here he is. And he's just cutting inside here now is Coman. Coman, and the ball is out of play. It'll be a throw-in to France. Now that's just level with the Denmark penalty area. And the ball is played in now, and here's a chance. It's squared across, and well, it was Rebois just trying to pull that across, but that's a good piece of defending. And it looks like Anderson got on the end of that to stop that. Well, right there, cutting across, of course, was Konate, just waiting for that, but that's a good piece of defending, and it's going to be a corner for France, and it's Antoine Griezmann as they go hunting for a winning goal. Antoine Griezmann. He's going to swing that ball in, and it's all over there. Oh, and the header came in at the end, and it just seemed to miss everyone, and Thuram got the header in, and really he should have scored. Well, he just got inside Marley, and he did get the header on. It looked like it came off Marley in the end. In fact, it did. It came off his shoulder. But the 2 defenders have fell asleep there because Marcus Thuram had just got inside them and got the header on. And it just bounced off the shoulder of Marley, and it'll be another corner to France. Griezmann swung in, and it just goes over the head of Coman. Comes back to Kameni, and there's a header again by Coman, but it's just wide, and it'll be a goal kick. And well, France piling on the pressure here. They've not really been able to add to the lead, and the chances of now being a bit of a premium, but it looks like it's going to be another corner, and France have their 3rd corner in a row here. Well, Rebois, Konate, Upamecano, They're almost all in there, and it's swung in, and good punch out by Schmeichel. He didn't get as much distance on it as he would have liked. It's swung in again by Thuram, and there's a wonderful bicycle kick by Rebois, and it just goes over the crossbar. That was quite spectacular. It came in, and it was. I don't know if any of my listeners are old enough to remember Mark Hughes when he played for Manchester United. He used to do these type of scissors kick volleys every once in a while, and that was very similar. Rebois blazes it over the crossbar though, but it was worth the effort. And now Christiansen has the ball for Denmark. Denmark to Eriksson, and it is back with Rasmus Christiansen to Eriksson. Eriksson back to Christiansen, and Christiansen now has the ball, and he just plays it off Kanate, and the ball goes out of play. So in about 5 or 6 minutes' time, I will be looking at naming my player of the match. I already have 1 or 2 names in mind. Maybe get your own opinions in on the chat. Just let me know who you think the player of the match should be. It's always interesting to get people's opinions on this. And Dolberg plays the ball across, and a chance! Oh, and it's just pulled wide by Brathwaite! Oh, what a chance for Denmark! Dolberg played the ball across. Oh, he's got to hit the target from there. He's 6 yards out, and he just pulls it wide. I don't know if the goalkeeper got a touch on that, but it's just the wrong side of the post. It didn't. And what a chance for Denmark to take the lead. Oh, will they look back on that in the grand scheme of their tournament and perhaps look back on that opportunity? Well, it's the Denmark fans. Well, they can't believe it. They're on their feet. Of course, they've got every reason to be happy. Drawing right now with the world champions. And it's played forward looking for Dolberg. And the header is won again by Nielsen. Dolberg, but the referee has pulled up for an injury. It looks like it's, yes, it's Tukamani down there right now. And he looks like he's in a lot of pain. He's clattered with his own player there, Rebois. And I suspect if anybody getting clattered by Rebois, it would smart for a little while. The medics are coming onto the pitch right now. So while that is going on, let's take a look at how this is going to affect the group. So with Australia winning today, France, if it stays the same, France will be on 4 points. Australia will be on 3. And Denmark will be on 2. So it's still very tight going into the final game, and essentially France could still fail to qualify if they lose to Tunisia. That would be quite a shock. We'll see whether that can continue to happen. I've got a bit of an echo on my commentary now, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try and fix that, because I'm sure it's annoying for people to listen to. It just came out of nowhere. So right now, the ball is with Christiansen, and Christiansen plays it down to the other Christiansen, Rasmus Christiansen, and cutting across there is Tukamani, and the ball goes. He ushers the ball out of play, and Lidstrom unable to keep the ball in play. So while there's a stoppage, I'm just going to try and fix this.
I don't know if that's any better.
It's worse.
Okay.
Because out of nowhere. Anyway, here is ball out on the far side to Christiansen. Christiansen cuts inside, gets the cross in down into the air, and it's the shot comes in, but it goes wide, and it was by Højbjerg. So what I'm going to do, there's a substitution here. Here's Norgard. And Norgard is coming on, and Lidstrom is coming off. Okay. So let's just take a look here. So Norgard is midfielder. He's coming on. Christensen is coming off. What I'm going to do, is I am just going to exit this, and I'm going to come back. So I'll be right back.
We'll be going back to Paul in a second as the France are just on the attack at the moment with ball in, and Mbappe has scored. Kylian Mbappe has made it 2-1 to France. Ball whipped in from the right hand side, and Mbappe scores at the back post, and France have a 2-1 lead. And we now appear to have got Paul James back, so back over to Paul.
Thanks, Ross. Sorry about that, everybody. I think that's eliminated the echo now. Kylian Mbappe seems to have scored. So that was a really bad time for me to disappear, but it looks like you had Ross's commentary in there as well. So that's good. So at least you didn't miss the goal. So Kylian Mbappe has given France the lead again, and they are 2-1 up now. That's his second goal of the game and third goal of the tournament. So as it stands now, France are qualifying. Just so you know, after this game, we have Mexico and Argentina. And after also tomorrow, we have games tomorrow as well. And I'm just going to bring that up. We've got Croatia and Canada. And that's going to be brought to you with Russ and Sean Kelly. And after that, it is Germany and Spain. And that's going to be brought to you by Nicholas and myself. So France have taken a 2-1 lead. They're in front right now. And they are heading through to the second round of the competition. And Denmark now have the unenviable task of trying to fix that issue. And we are inside the last few minutes now of this game. And it's time for me to name my player of the match. So today's player of the match, well, he's been a threat all the way through the game. Down that side, on and off, and he scored 2 goals. Today's player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to France's number 10, Kylian Mbappe. He has been absolutely outstanding down both flanks, really, and he's also added the 2 goals as well. So Hugo Lloris now has the ball in his hands there, and it will be an opportunity now for France to break forward, but they are dispossessed. Here's Rasmus Christensen. Christensen plays the ball off Rebois, and it is a throw-in. And it is now played to Højbjerg. Højbjerg, long ball over on the far side. And just there is Marley. Marley gives the ball back to Nielsen. And it is now with the number 6, Christensen. So I apologize about my sound issues earlier. I'm not sure what the problem was. It just seemed to come out of nowhere that time. It's Højbjerg. Højbjerg down on this side to Christensen. And he plays it across. And there's the shot is blocked that time by Anderson. And now France can break away. And here is Griezmann. Griezmann plays it across, and it has found Mbappe, who's on 2 goals, on a hat-trick right now. Mbappe, and he seems to have been fouled, but the referee just allows the game to continue. And here is Rebois. Rebois, France looking at making another substitution. Here's Hernandez. I'm just not quite sure who it is down there, but he's looking at coming on as we head into the final minute here. It's France 2, Denmark 1. And here is Dembele. Not Dembele, sorry. That is Konate. And the ball is back with Upamecano. Upamecano plays the ball back to Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris. Crossover on the far side, looking for Konate. And Konate gets the ball back. And it's back with Konate again. And here is Rebois, who seems to have adopted a centre-back position right now. Rebois gives it to Hernandez. Hernandez. Back to Upamecano. Konate, France now, game management time for them. Oh, Konate's given a ball away. And here's Eriksson. What can he do with it? Eriksson gets the cross in, but unfortunately it's to no one in particular, and it picks up by Hernandez, who clears the ball downfield. Chasing this one on a hat-trick is Mbappe. Mbappe with a shot. Well, he had perhaps had a little bit more time than he realised. He got the shot away, and it was right down the throat of Kasper Schmeichel. And here's Rebois, and we have got 6 minutes of injury time. Struggling to find where the 6 minutes come from. I know there has been a couple of stoppages, but struggling to find out where 6 minutes has come from. But Denmark won't complain. And here is Coman, Kingsley Coman, and he goes back there to Kunde, and he goes back to the goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, who clears it downfield. And just looking for Thuram up there, but Denmark win the ball back. That's Dolberg, sorry. And Denmark breaking forward now, but that flick on there was just not quite on. And it's going to be France are going to come away with it. The flick on there by Norgard just wasn't on, and France are able to come away with the ball. And looks like we're going to see another change for Denmark. Bar is coming on, and coming off is Rasmus Christensen. And Alexander Bar now coming on for Denmark. There's also a change for France, which I'll get to in a moment. We'll just have a look here, because it looks like France has made another change as well. Yes, Griezmann has come off, and Fofana has come on. So Griezmann is off, Fofana is on. Substitutions all over the place. Yusuf Fofana is on for France. So that's their 4th substitution. And Denmark, I think they've made 4 as well. So if they want to use one more each in this last couple of minutes, they can do that. Here is Nelson. It's back with Christensen. Over on the far side there to Norgard. And it is the number 2 there, Anderson. Anderson just gives the ball back to Christensen. Norgard. Looks like he was pummeled into there, but he stays on his feet. Christensen again. And it's back with Norgard. Out on the far side is Eriksson. And it's Marley. Eriksson again. And here's Norgard. Norgard just seeing what's in front of him right now. You can just see here, France have got every man behind the ball, and it's very difficult to see where you're going to go with this. Andreas Christensen, Denmark's goal scorer there, he gives the ball out onto the far side, and it's Lidstrom, not Lidstrom. The ball just gets across there. It's looks like it's Bar. Bar is dispossessed, and France can come away with the ball now because here's Thuram. He's got space in front of him, but he's not run at it. He's waited for help. Thuram cuts inside. He's in the penalty area, plays the ball across to Mbappe. Well, he was looking to get the ball to Mbappe for the hat-trick. He might have just been better shooting. And here's to Kameni. To Kanate. To Kameni. And he goes back there. And Kanate then just gives the ball forward to Coman. Coman back to Kameni. To Kameni. To Kameni. Coman just wriggles away there. Here's Kingsley Coman. Coman trying to cut inside. Plays the ball across, but it's comfortably dealt with by Nelson. It's cleared away. And it's just won back by France. Inside their own half, and it's Hernandez. Hernandez goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Lloris. And it's now back with Hernandez. Hernandez plays the ball forward. Tackle from behind there. A real rough challenge from behind by Denmark's number 26 Bar there. Just rather an unpleasant challenge on Mbappe. He's on his feet now, though. As we approach the end of this game, it looks like this hoodoo that started with France, with the winners going out in the first round, is going to end with France, as they are now going to go through to the next round of the competition, qualifying from Group D. Just to remind you, there's Group C action after this game is done here. Ross is bringing you Argentina and Mexico. Tomorrow we have Croatia and Canada with Ross and Sean Kelly, and Germany and Costa Rica with Nicholas and myself. Throw into Denmark, level with the 6-yard box. It's going to be Alexander Bar to take it. And he's going to do the long ball into the box. He's just looking at what his options are. It's thrown in and just headed out. And the shot comes in from all of 40 yards. Wasteful, really. The header out really was by Kanate, and it was just blazed over the crossbar. Really disappointing shot. As we are in the addition, we're now inside the 8th minute of injury time. Again, I have to question. Well, there's no point me going on and on about it. FIFA are never going to change. Everything they do is absolutely illogical. And that's it. There is the final whistle. And France have qualified out of Group D with 6 points. They have ended the hoodoo that started in 2002. And they go through to the second round with 2 goals from Kylian Mbappe. It's been a wonderful performance by him today. He's the player of the match. And, well, Denmark did get themselves back into the game with an Andreas Christensen header. Kylian Mbappe ensured that France progress with 2 second-half goals. So it's full time here. It's France 2, Denmark 2. France 2, Denmark 1. I want to thank Kevin Benson for listening in today and commenting. Also, thank you to everybody else that listened today. The final is 2-1 to France here. We're going to go back to Russ Vernon because he's going to bring some full-time scores. Okay, so Russ has just advised me that the scores will actually be later. Sorry about that, everybody. He's probably going to do them at the end of the or at half time during the Argentina and Mexico game. Well, thanks very much for listening, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.